Hi, I'm Koey. I'm here today to talk about digital twin with real-time visualization. Before we start, let's see how people are working now. Remote working has been the new normal in the last 1.5 years. However, it makes people feel isolated, unable to read facial expression or gesture. So, we need a better tool to work together. Let's take a look at working in the metaverse. Could you imagine you can go to work without any commute? You will still have the sense of presence, share physical space, get interaction from anywhere. Digital twin is one of the building blocks to a fully functional metaverse. But how can we build one? Let's find out in this section. Let me have a quick introduction of myself. I'm an application consultant at Forida. I mainly focus on promoting architectural visualization solutions to the AECO industry. I find immense potential in creating digital twin with game engines. Do you want to know why and how to do so? Stay tuned. Before I begin, let me introduce Forida. We are one of the Autodesk Gold partners and an exclusive agent of Unity in Hong Kong. Our company was established in 1993 and with many years of experience in promoting CAD solutions. In 2005, we started to promote BIM solutions. We worked with different parties like main contractors and the government. We have three main business BIM solutions. We promote BIM solutions to increase work efficiency and tackle day-to-day problems. For example, we have solutions for scan to BIM, CDE for information management, and digital twin. For application consultants and customization, our focus is to discover new technology for the industry, develop and customize different solutions based on clients' needs. We also provide training for Autodesk users. Our BIM teams help different companies to implement BIM into their workflow. So, let's get ahead and start. In today's sharing, we will briefly talk about what is digital twin, what are the benefits of introducing digital twin into our workflow, what is real-time visualization, and how to create a digital twin. Digital twin technology has gained massive popularity in the past couple of years, but the concept isn't entirely new. The first real-world application of digital twin was in 1960. It was built by NASA as a twin of Apollo 13. Because of the physical twin, the engineer team on the Earth can successfully rescue the astronaut in Apollo 13. The first digital twin was created in 1998, which is a digital copy of an actor's voice. And now, with the integrations of IoT, the digital and physical content can exchange data in a bidirectional way. And now we are here, the third stage of digital twin. After knowing the evolution of the digital twin, how do people define digital twin under today's standard? According to Autodesk, a digital twin is a dynamic, up-to-date replica of a physical asset that brings together design, constructions, and operational data. With the addition of real-time operational data, digital twin acquires the behavioral awareness necessary to stimulate, predict, and inform decisions based on real-world conditions. A digital twin can be at any scale. It can be a component like an engine, an asset like a wind turbine, a process like a production line in a factory. It can be on a larger scale, like a building or whole city. To better describe and discuss the status of a digital twin among the industry, Europe has made up a framework to evaluate the current status of a digital twin. The framework contains 5 levels. Level 1 is the simple digital model. As the model evolves, feedbacks and prediction increase in importance. At higher levels, machine learning capability, domain generality, and scaling potential all come into place. By the highest level, the twin can reason and act autonomously and operates at a network scale. After knowing what is digital twin, let's take a look at how the other industries are using it. Some big banks and Fortune 500 companies have already created their platform for digital twin. For example, for the automotive industry, a new tire can be virtually modeled and tested for different weather conditions and optimized according to the final results. In supply chain, digital twins monitors and stimulates events that impact the supply chain. For instance, a natural disaster or a trade dispute with a key country. Based on the results, companies can proactively react to the events. In the case of industrial companies, they can identify problems before they occur and predict future outcomes by stimulating the production process in the factory. For the infrastructure sector, companies can capture temperature, CO2 level, and video from the security camera in the tunnel to see if any traffic jam or accident occurred. Digital twin can also bring benefits to the non-technical industry, like one of the French supermarket chains created a digital twin of a store based on data from IoT-enabled shelf and sales system. Now, store managers can easily manage inventory and test the effectiveness of different store layouts. As you can see, many industries have already utilized digital twin. But why? With digital twin, we can have a full view of all data, eliminate data silos, and unlock value across a project lifecycle, with all historical data and real-time data all in one place. With all this data, we can integrate machine learning with digital twin to undergo different kinds of analysis. For example, we can gain a holistic view of the health and performance of equipment for predictive maintenance. Companies can immediately detect anomalies and deviations in their operation. Maintenance and replenishment of spare parts can be proactively planned to minimize time to service and avoid costly access failures. Also, we can create what if and what bad scenario to be run automatically on actual band data to determine available strategy that maximize profitability. Experts can then review the recommended strategy to assess the effects of each approach without disturbing the life process. With the ability to predict, analyze, and monitor, we can reduce costs, create a safer, smarter, and greener society. We have covered what is digital twin, how the other industries are using digital twin, and its benefit. Now, I would like to move on to what is real-time visualization. Let's break down the words. Visualization. It's very important in our industry. I think no one can finish a project with just verbal, non-verbal, or written communication. So, we use different forms of visualization methods to convey messages, like 2D plan, rendering, panorama, or video. With visualization, We can identify flaws in the early stage to save lots of money and time, improve communications by clarifying the message, produce super effective marketing materials and submission. But are these kinds of visualization satisfy the needs for making a digital twin? Not really. What we need is real-time visualization. Real-time visualization means the processing and publishing of any types of data as it changes in real time. For example, when the car is moving or the environment is changing in the scene, the reflection will change instantly. When using digital twin, the ability to visualize changes immediately is crucial. For instance, when we are using IoT sensor to capture data of an engine, we can't wait for the applications to render the results. The delay will waste our real-time data. So that's why we need real-time visualization. Let's take a closer look at applying real-time visualization in our industry. Every Revit user should be familiar with this Revit model. Can you imagine it can become such a realistic and breathtaking scene? It isn't an enemy, but a screen recording from a game engine with the user looking around. Expect the benefits of showing real-time data, which I have just mentioned. Real-time visualization can create a digital copy, visually close to the realistic. So, how can we integrate all the things? Let's find out. Digital twin can be achieved by collecting real-time data captured by IoT sensor and static data in BIM from the Common Data Environment (CDE), like ACC in Autodesk. Then, use a management hub to manage the data and assets. So, how can we send the data? Or are there any tools to make our twin? Most of our static data is stored in Autodesk solution. To utilize the data, you can use Forge. It's a set of cloud service that connects construction workflows with visualization, engineering, and design. The platform consists of Web Service Application Program Interface (APIs), which allow us not just to access the data, but to extend their usage. With Forge doing the heavy lifting of connecting, developers can reduce the need to build complex solutions in-house. Here is the showcasing of applying digital twin in the zero-carbon building. We can navigate inside the viewer, and with the Data Visualization API, users can interact with sprites and visualize real-time data, like temperature. Except for Forge, which requires the knowledge of coding. Autodesk Tandem is another great choice. It is a cloud-based platform that transforms the build access lifecycle. It helps AEC firms harness BIM data throughout the project lifecycle to create and hand over a digital twin. It helps owners connect operational systems to the digital twin, turning fragmented data into business intelligence. Game engines are another great tool to create digital twin. Let's see why and how we can utilize them. Using only a 2D screen to view the twin isn't the best choice. Vision, interaction, and spatial data are locked. So, we can't fully enjoy the benefits of digital twin. To unlock its power, one of the great tools is by using XR. XR is the umbrella term for all immersive technology, including virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality. All this technology blends the real world with the virtual world to create an immersive experience for the user. Virtual reality is a computer-generated environment with scenes and objects that appear to be real, making the users feel they are immersed in their environment. For example, we can't travel around right now, but with Google Earth VR, we can get rid of quarantines or COVID-19 tests and go anywhere. What if I want to see the real and virtual objects at the same time? So, we need AR. AR is an overlay of digital content on the real-world environment. Imagine you want to buy a piece of furniture, like a chair. It can help you check how different chairs will look like in your room, and pick the one that fits best. Now, you know the difference between VR and AR. It's time to take a look at MR. In mixed reality, you can see virtual objects just like you can in AR. But these objects can also interact with the real world. In a sense, MR is a more immersive and interactive type of AR. Devices like HoloLens is one of the great options. It creates virtual content with a hologram and have translucent glasses that allows you to perfectly see your environment. To apply XR into our application, we need a game engine. Game engine like Unity has many years of experience in creating interactive and immersive experience. It can deploy our app into multi-platform like Android, iOS, HoloLens, Oculus, HTC, to name a few. The entry points of Unity may not be suitable for every company due to the needs of development. So, is there any easy-to-use and off-the-shelf solution? Here's come Unity Without Review. With just a few clicks, you can view your graphic, Navisworks, SketchUp, Rhino model, or model in brief 360 in real scale AR or VR. Like here, we are using AR mode to view one of the Hong Kong existing construction sites for design review. Instead of just one model, you can view the beam data. With just a click, you can view the data of the curtain wall. Also, we can import multi-model to become a federated model. Like here, we have a model of the zero-carbon building, which is originally in Navisworks and optimized in Pixie. The other is a massing model designed in Rhino. This tool is extremely useful for communication, especially between technical staff and non-technical staff. As non-technical staff is normally not good at viewing 2D plans, navigate in a beam viewer, or obtaining enough information from a print mini model. The best way to visualize the design concept would be using XR. Besides, Unity Without Review lets you collaborate with several people simultaneously and see them as avatars. The attendee can study and discuss the same virtual model of a machine or building with their PC, mobile devices, or VR headset. You can either be physically in the same room or can attend remotely. You can think of it as design collaboration in the metaverse. Except for design review and collaboration, we can also enjoy the benefits of using interactive real-time 3D in the construction stage, thanks to Visualize 3D. Its main focus is to bring BIM or CAD to the job site by using AR or MR technology. With just a mobile devices of HoloLens, you can simply overlay the virtual model to the reality by using QR codes or 2 points. That's me looking around to check the installation of MVP. This tool greatly reduces the time to convert a 2D plan to a 3D or navigate inside a beam viewer to get the right position. With the aid of interactive real-time 3D, It is now easier than before to undergo site inspection, class detection, and discover model misalignment. At the end of the project lifecycle, that is the operation stage, we can achieve digital twin with Inspectly. It enables companies not only available to transform paper-based inspections into digital checklists, but also to enjoy the advantage of interactive real-time 3D. It provides a guide tour, so front-end workers can easily inspect within compact space. With Inspectly, company can collect real-time data generated by staff and monitor the status of building all over the world. Except for HoloLens or mobile devices with the ability to work in AR, Inspectly offers alternative entry points that are more affordable and adjust to any size of project. So, they also support QR codes and Kite OS. All stakeholders have their expectations for digital twin. A platform that allows customization is needed. So, Unity also builds a tool named Unity Reflect Develop to enable us to develop a digital twin platform based on a game engine. Like here, we have a graphic model. We can then import it to Unity Pro. And with the aid of Unity Reflect Develop, we can customize our app. We can make an application like this. We can walk inside the office, change the environment settings, open the door automatically, and so on. Sometimes, the BIM or CAD models are not capable to load into the hardware devices due to hardware limitation. So, we can use Pixies to customize and optimize your model. Pixies can reduce the matches of your model without affecting its shape. Also, models that use the default material in modeling software are not stunning enough for making digital twin. Pixie allows you to apply physical-based material and display it in your digital twin or even Unity Reflect Review. Besides, in the gaming world, they only work with meshes. Pixies allows us to convert CAD to mesh, so we can use our CAD model. You can also combine the material to reduce the loading cost. Some people will concern about, do we need to know lots of coding to build a digital twin? With Perspective, you can create digital twin without coding. You can just simply drag and drop the assets, input the parameter in the panel to create a digital twin. This brings me to the end of the presentation. We touched upon the advantage of using digital twin, the basic concept of digital twin and real-time visualization, and how to build a digital twin. This year, unfortunately, the conference is held remotely, which limits our interaction. Developing metaverse with the aid of digital twin, we can have a real virtual conference. I can't wait to see you all in the metaverse.